Hey everybody, this is Ed with Ed Finds Treasure. Got a box of $800 worth of dollar coins. I'm gonna go through these and see if we can find anything that's interesting, different. The new dollar coins with the innovation of the states. We got presidential dollars, which have been a while. So we're looking for some of the state innovation coins and Susan B. Anthony's that have the wide rim. I will be back in a moment. We'll find out what we can find. Well, I flipped these over and I'm not finding anything interesting on the other ends either, but I will bring you back as soon as I find something. For a second there, I thought I was looking at half-dollar coins because this has a nice tone to it, looking almost silver. Look at the tone on that Susan B. Anthony. It's not an S mint, so it's not silver. Not a proof that I can see. But we're looking for the wide rim, just like the 1980 has very little space between the one and the rim. Yeah, if it would just focus, there we go. But we're not finding it yet, so stay tuned. Well, that didn't take long. 3 rolls in. The one on the left here is not a wide rim. This one here is right next to the rim, just like the 1980. So that is a wide rim. They started making them after some reason in 79, and that was the design later for the 80 and the 81 and 1999. But yeah, we've got a wide rim. Cool. Let's keep looking. Looks like we're going to find some new ones. These are the old presidential design for presidential dollars, and then they changed the Statue of Liberty design. You can clearly see the $1 in the middle of nowhere and the full upper body. And that is a Kentucky Bluegrass coin. Innovation of the Kentucky banjo. So that's the design of the banjo in a circle like that. And then I noticed this one here at the other side of the roll is the the Hubble Space Telescope from Maryland. Still waiting for the Minnesota coin to come out and some other state innovation coins, but that is one of the new dollars in the last 5 years. Let's keep looking. Yeah, presidential. Found a Native American dollar coin on James Thorpe. He was a Native American that did really well in football. He was good in track, and I think he was an Olympic medal winner in track, different events. And they took it away because they had noticed that he was not an amateur in playing football. He was paid some money, not a whole lot. He wasn't professionally paid by no means. So there's a movie or a series of documentary on James Thorpe because he's not very well known, but he was one of the best athletes in the United States at the time, and still quite the accomplishments. Cool. Yeah, in those years they did not put the date on the front or back, but it's on the edge. Not sure what that year was. Always hard to see there. Let's see. 2010 maybe? 2018? Probably 2018. Let's keep looking. We have 9 rolls that we're into. And this didn't look all that different, but it looked new. But I saw 2009. I thought, well, that's the first year of the Native American coins. Let's get this one out of the way. But this is a special one. It's actually not 2009. It's a proof of William Henry Harrison. Cool. I don't think I have that. So these were S mints. You can just barely see it there. The S mint after the date. It was 2009, but it was a presidential dollar. At the same time, they started to do Native American dollars. Yeah, that's in really good shape. That's cool. I think I have maybe 3 or 4 proof coins, but my wife is from Ohio, so William Henry Harrison was one of the presidents living in Ohio when he was elected. And then he gave his inauguration speech in the rain without a jacket, and he developed pneumonia and died 1 month into office. So the only year or month he was president was 1841 for that first month. His wife didn't even make it out to Washington, D.C. before he had passed away, sadly. Let's keep looking. And I found another wide rim, Susan B. Anthony, 1979. The one on top, it's just almost touching the rim. The one here on the bottom is not a wide rim. That's 2 in this box. I had, what, 40 rolls? So we're doing well on the wide rim. No other proofs that I can see here. Okay. I was just going to show you the edges here. You can get a variety with the no writing on the Sacagawea coins, writing with the presidential, and then Susan B. Anthony have the reeds. So nothing looks new here, but we'll take a look through it anyway. It can be worn out or different. There's a newer, oh yeah, Native American. Someone that did some formula with math or something. It says V2 Xfinity. It's some equation there, but that was Native American. No name on there. No name. What year is this? Pluribus Unum. Usually right after the start. It's 2019, I believe. So 2019. I'm going to have to look that one up. Got out my official red book from 2023. As I look at the dollar coins from Native American, they started back in 1999, with these designs, and then started adding different on the reverse. So when I look at 2019, it just says American Indians in Space. Jim Thorpe was 2018. I think I found Eli Parker, who was at the surrender of Robert E. Lee, the Southern General Lee, at the surrender at Civil War. He was writing down the notes of that event. Don't know what 2023 looked like. Okay. Let's see if we can find any more. Well, this is always a nice coin to find. Native American again. I think it was from 2012. I did find a proof of this coin at one time. So no date on the front, no date on the back. It is on the side. And got a horse with about 3 horses below that. Oh, there you go. and the Native American dress with their feathers and hat, or whatever they call it. So that's nice. I'm sure I got that one in proof and other regular strike. I noticed one coin is going to be a new innovative coin right there. That's a new design. And this is the first time I've seen this. It's Ohio. And it looks like Underground Railroad is the theme. I don't know. Ohio can go any way. So, nope, it cannot. O-H-I-O. There it is. The Ohio. So it says Underground Railroad, United States of America. Ohio right in the middle. And there's the two men grasping their wrists, releasing him from the chains of bondage. So, very cool. It's not an S proof, but it's in good shape. I will add that to my book. That's a new one. Nothing else there. Let's continue. I got about 23 left. Just like many coins, there are different side looks to them. Some shiny and new, and some dull and worn out. But let's see what's in here. I have not looked. Okay, that is a newer African American, Native American, I think from 2010. Let's get these in order here. Presidential. Gone through those for years. No, I am not seeing anything here worth it. Alright, let's keep going. Just found, oh, hey, sorry about that. Just found another new design. The mark below the In God We Trust tells you what year. If I look in the book here, I could find that out. But this is, oh, cool, Georgia. The Trustees Garden. Oh, let's see here. It looks like a circle in a circle. If I can look that up here. Bum, bum, bum. Yes, the new. Hey there. Okay. So the new innovation quarter, or dollars, American innovation from 2018 to now. Started off with this design, and then the privy marks have changed over the years. I only got 2021 privy mark. Georgia Gardens was 2019. There it is, 2019. I'm still looking for New Jersey light bulb. I think I have this polio one. This was one of the first coins I found, and later I found the initial American Innovators from 2018. This was always fun to find. You got the telephone, the old dial telephone. There's the Hubble Space Telescope. Oops, they even have one on, yeah, Pong, home video systems. Yeah, it's hard to see it. Yeah, there it is. I don't know why they did it this direction. Good old Pong. And I have not seen this one, North Carolina Learning. And since this was 2023, they put the 2022 designs in there. Snowboarding, Bluegrass, Kentucky. I don't think I found the Tennessee Valley Authority with the electricity going across Tennessee. There's a sailboat for Rhode Island. So I have not seen the 2023 coins yet, except maybe this was Ohio was one of them. Okay. Really worn out. That's what happened to E Pluribus Unum. Huh. Gets a little scratch. I cannot make out a date. I'm thinking it's 2023. So, very cool. Just found a nice looking Theodore Roosevelt coin. Not a proof, but it's in good shape. Pretty sure I have one of him. This may be better than the one I have. So, we will see. Found another innovation coin. The States of Pennsylvania. Yes, I do believe I have that. The polio vaccine for Pennsylvania. One of the scientists there in that state, or whoever in the lab, must have developed the polio vaccine. I think that was Dr. Salk. But we will double check for that innovation coin. Okay. Nothing else in that roll. I'll double check for Wounded Eagles. Well, this is definitely a proof. Got that shine to it. A little smudged. But who is it? It is Franklin Roosevelt. Boy, it's been worn. I'll show you. Clean that up some. Looks like it's just worn out. So that's 2 proofs. That's cool. I like that. Yep. And it does have the writing on the side. If it doesn't have the writing on the side, that is worth a lot. That's from 2014. You know, they pay extra money for those proofs. And I get it for $1. Looking at the value on the proofs, the William Henry Harrison, they have a MS 75 is just under $4. And I'm not sure why, but maybe because of the lower mintage. But the Franklin Roosevelt is at $8. So, could be a note on that, huh? Not issued for circulation is what they are. So let's keep looking. We've got 10 rolls left. Yeah, if I look at this right, the circulation or mintage for Roosevelt was under 4 million or just under 5 million. Back with Harrison, it was 55 million or 43 million for the P mint. That's quite a difference. 10 times different. I'm on my last roll of 40. And then I'll do a wrap up. There's a nice shiny one. Alright, let's take a look at that. Presidential. Oh, boy. Rutherford B. Hayes, just in good shape. Susan B. Anthony, not wide rim. Really nice shape also. You can see some Sacagaweas. And another Susan B. Anthony, but mostly presidential. Yeah. 1980. Of course, it has a wide rim, kind of the way they made them. And that's it. Alright, come back for a wrap-up. Well, here we go. After looking at all these 1979s with just a not wide rim, the small rim, the narrow rim is what they call these 2 that I found. So here we go. There's the narrow rim and here's the wide rim. Right there. And the difference in value goes from a $6 for a narrow rim if it's proof and $22 for the wide rim. So I got 2 that not really proof or MS63, but and so those are cool. In 1999 they made the dollar coin again after stopping it in 81 because they weren't ready to make the Sacagaweas in 2000. So those are kind of rare. They didn't make a lot of them. 30 million almost. There it is. If you have it in good shape, it's only $3.50. But the 81, they made even less as they were phasing them out. So those are the years you want to find. Sacagawea, so came out in 2000. You got the boldly detailed tail feathers, the Cheerio finds, and I'm not sure what this one is, the Goodacre presentation finish. Don't have that, but they did make them over the years, so they had different dates on the front, not just 2000, 2004, 2007, on up to 2008, and then when they started making these in 2009, they would not put the date on the front. So that's a nice find of those. Presidential were cool, especially Franklin Roosevelt. I have not cleaned it up yet. So here's a William Harrison that's not proof, and there's the proof. There's the proof right there. That's cool. And I had that Ohio coin, yeah, upside down. Ohio at the same time, and I got these just outside of Ohio when I was traveling in southern Indiana. Innovation coins that I found, but the ones that are worth really the most could be the Susan B. Anthony and the proofs. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.